Welcome back, everyone, to the Unwanted Mind podcast. This is episode 4. If you're a new listener, we thank you for finding us and tuning in today. If you're a returning listener, we appreciate you for coming back and giving us another go. We hope you guys stay and enjoy the podcast. In today's podcast, we have a lot to talk about. We have new albums from Conway the Machine, Earth Gang, Kanye West, and Kodak Black. We also have a possible World War III, The Proud Family, Fairy Odd Parents live action series, Hulk Hogan divorce after 11 years of marriage, Jeff Wittek speaks against David Dobrik after an eye injury, Selena Gomez goes barefoot at 2022 SAG Awards. Is Euphoria going to beat Game of Thrones as most watched HBO show? And Kendrick Lamar changing his Spotify profile picture, maybe hinting a new possible album. So yeah, those are the topics for today, and I'm excited to get right into them. So let's dive right in. Okay, so let's start off with a banger, right? A possible World War III. You know, the situation with Ukraine and Russia. Obviously everyone's talking about it, and I was just like, yeah, let me talk about it. I don't want to be too political and shit, but like, let me talk about it because I know there's gonna be a lot of certain people and be like, yo, you can't say this, you can't say that, or like, I don't agree with you on this take, like stuff like that. But I'm like, it's whatever. Like I'm gonna, just say as much as I can and just say how I really feel about it without, being, too controversial or whatever, But the thing is, I'm not holding myself back. So if I do come as controversial, it really is. I mean, it's okay. The thing is, I'm not really saying much. I will be saying my opinion on stuff, but it's more about just saying the facts that happened during this time period from the last podcast to this podcast, because a lot happened this week. So let's get right into it. So Putin announces special operation on Ukraine. A little suspect. Like, you just hear like special operation. You're like, what are you trying to hint at? But obviously at this point we know what he was hinting at. He was sending believe he was sending like, airstrikes at Ukraine. Many innocent people died, thousands, and it's not a funny matter. You know what I mean? It's a sensitive topic. Obviously, people dying. It's not a good thing. Not a good thing to talk about. So I understand how people can not take this lightly. I understand it's not for like a laughing matter. But yeah. So yeah, Putin announced his special operation in Ukraine. Obviously, at this point, we know what that means. And today's March 1st, so they've kind of, like, Ukraine and Russia, they kind of agreed to talk about an end to this, like a peaceful offering. So let's see how this turns out, because at this point it's just like no one's really winning. Like, Ukraine's getting destroyed, and like, but they're putting up a fair fight, and you got to give them that benefit of the doubt. They are putting up a good fight, but at the same time, Russia is really losing from this as well, because the sanctions is not doing good for their economy. Their I believe their stock went down, like 400%, I believe. And they're like, it's obvious, and it shows that like not much thinking went into this. It was more of a just heat of the moment type of decision, because like this is not doing good for them at all, like economic wise, and that's a huge hit on Russia. So especially when countries go against you, like fellow allies, like that's not a good look at all. So even China being like, China wasn't like, they were like, we're not gonna put sanctions on Russia, but at the same time, we don't really support what Russia is doing, and China is supposed to be like besties with Russia, so that's also not a good look. So Russia was like, oh fuck, maybe maybe we're not making the right decision here, and it it's obvious. If you have a fucking brain, you knew from the jump that this was not a good move. No matter what country you're from, no matter if you're conservative or liberal, you understand that this is not a good a good doing. So yeah. Yeah, and Ukraine declares nationwide state of emergency. As expected, your country is getting invaded, so that's kind of the move. You want to make sure that you get the resources that's needed in order to protect your country. So that was a fair move. Critics say mild UK sanctions on Russia don't match promises. I believe Boris Johnson, he kind of, I don't know if he kind of backed out on those sanctions. He did promise to put sanctions on them, but for some reason he didn't fully execute, I believe. It's a little sketch. You know what I mean? Just like, how are you gonna say you're gonna do something and you don't end up doing it? It's like I don't know. What's your take on this, buddy? You know what I mean? European leaders plan summit on Russia-Ukraine crisis. Russia has started evacuating diplomatic personnel from Ukraine. That's the Pope tells politicians to examine their their consciences before God over Ukraine actions. It's always it's always ideal to get the Pope's perspective on this. You know what I mean? It's just like the Pope is he's like a reactor or something. He's like we always need his opinion on shit. It's just like I don't know. It seems kind of funny to me. Like my thoughts on the Pope. I don't know. It's just like there's just so many cases of like preachers and shit. Or like not really preachers, but like priests. Like touching kids and shit, and there's many accusations of that with like fellow popes and stuff, and it just like the thing is, it's not even like really alleged at this point. It's kind of like we know that they are, and we're just like it's being swept under the rug by media and shit, and it's just like what the fuck, man? You know what I mean? It's just like what kind of world do we live in, man? Like this is not a good look, man. This is not a good look, especially for someone that is dedicates their life to Jesus. You know what I mean? And to do shit like that, it's just it's so fucking weird, man. You know what I mean? So like, it just at that, dude. It's just like getting opinion from a motherfucker like that. It's just like. it just goes right through you. It's like it doesn't even you don't even fully take that in. He's like, dude, you fucking touch kids, so why would I listen to you? You know what I mean? That's what I get from it. So it's just like, yeah. It's just funny. It's funny that the articles I was reading, they wrote that shit down. I'm like, who really gives a fuck what the Pope thinks about this shit? What the fuck is he gonna do? Well, I'm gonna pray for a healing. He was like, dude, all right. He's like, what the fuck's that gonna do, man? It can only do so much, because even though praying is good, and I do believe praying is good, it also actions also matter, and I don't think the Pope is taking much action on this. Mostly just like praying, which again, praying is essential, but you also got to take action. You can't just like pray for your dreams to come true and then not take any action on it. You're like you got to do some shit about it. So it's just like I don't know. It seems kind of funny to me. You know what I mean? And I'm Catholic too, and I find this shit funny from from the Pope. So yeah, definitely not taking advice from the Pope. Ukrainian President Zelensky, I believe it's pronounced, joins Ukrainian soldiers in battle to defend Ukraine, is one of the most badass shit I have ever fucking heard, bro. Like when do you ever hear a president joining his fellow soldiers in war, dude? Like in a fucking battle, like on like peak of the battle, bro. Like what the fuck, bro? Like you would never like hear Joe Biden being like, "Oh, I'm gonna be alongside with the U.S. soldiers in fighting against I don't know Iraq or some shit or against ISIS." It's like, but you would never hear that. You would never hear that from him. Why? Because Joe Biden is an old piece of shit, and like he's not gonna fucking do much, bro. He's gonna fucking shit his pants, bro. Just fucking wearing all that armor and shit. He's gonna be fucking gassed, just fucking putting that shit on. So you just like, dude, it's just like, I mean, he's gonna be the first one to die, bro. Like that just like, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's funny as shit, bro. So and seeing Zalewski, bro, like that's some badass shit. Cause before this, like before any of this conflict was happening, I wasn't aware of him. But like this shit really, creates a new perspective on him. I'm like, bro, like I had no idea who you are, and this is how I find out about you, bro. That like you're a fucking president of this country, and you're willing to fight with your fellow soldiers, bro. That's just like, that's a great impression, bro. That's just like, dude, like you're goated for that shit. You know what I mean? And just like, bro, you're willing to put your life at risk. You're a president, dog. Like you have soldiers to defend you. You know what I mean? Like there's no reason for you to be out there, but you're like, fuck it, man. Like if I die, bro, I want to die knowing that I actually did something to help out. You know what I mean? Like blasting these fucking Russians, bro. That shit's crazy, man. And it's just like, bro, you get so much respect from that, like worldwide, bro. Not even from your country, bro. Just like worldwide respect. Like fuck, bro. Cause like, you know why he gets worldwide respect? Because like none of these motherfuckers would do that. You know what I mean? No presidents from any country, bro, would do that shit. Imagine fucking Kim Jong-un, bro, like with his soldiers fucking invading some shit. Like, bro, it's just like you can't even fathom that because that shit would never happen, bro. You know what I mean? Like no one has ever done that, bro. And it just like it just shows, bro. It shows how much he has love for this country, and it's just it's very dope to see. It really is. You know what I mean? So Ukraine MPs vote to give permission for civilians to carry firearms. I mean, yeah, no shit. You know what I mean? Just like your country's getting invaded, and your Ukraine MPs were like like their government in Ukraine, they were like, yeah, you mean you can hold guns? I'm like, yeah, bro, no shit. Like, if I'm getting invaded, or if our country's getting invaded, bro, I'll have a fucking strap on me. You know what I mean? I'll fucking carry a strap with me. I'll fucking, you know what I mean? It's just like, if they're gonna pull up on me, bro, I'm gonna pull up on them. You know what I mean? It's just like, I gotta defend myself. At the end of the day, I gotta defend myself. So, I'll carry the strap on me. Just imagine like little kids, bro, holding the fucking guns towards these fucking Russian motherfuckers. It's like, oh shit, he has a gun. He's 5 years old. No family is carrying fucking guns, bro. That's just crazy. Even the baby in the little cart. Where's my gun? Where's my gun? Where's my little toy gun? Bro, that's the funniest shit ever. Just everyone's fucking strapped in Ukraine right now, dude. That's the ultimate gang right now, dude. Oh shit. Fucking the whole Ukraine turned into Compton, bro. Everyone has a fucking gun on them. It became Texas, dude. Everyone has a gun on them now. That's crazy. Everyone, dude, just fathom that. Like, because I get in the US you can have guns and shit, but just imagine the US and imagine everyone just carrying a strap on them, dude. Like, that's fucking insane. Everyone is strapped up. I mean, for good reasons. It's not for, like, to be flashy or whatever. It's fucking to defend themselves because they're getting fucking invaded by Russia. So, yeah, I mean, that's the least you can do. Have a fucking gun on you, bro. But, dude, those places were getting fucking packed, dude. There was lines. There was lines in Ukraine to fucking get a gun, dude. Like it was crazy, and I think the guns are free too, so they're taking advantage of it. They go one day, and then like the next hour they put a hat on, so like as a disguise. They're like, yeah, let me get a gun, and the person working right there, he's like, did I really give you one? He's like, no, I think that was a different person. This is a new person. He was like, okay, you know, he just collects a bunch of guns. That's funny as shit. Hopefully they have a lot of supply because there's a lot of people in Ukraine, so um if they want everyone to be strapped, they surely have to have a large supply of guns. You know what I mean? And also, what type of guns are we talking about? Are we talking about like pistols? Are we talking about like assault machine guns? Like, bro, what are we talking about? Because a pistol does the job, but it can only do so much. You know what I mean? Like, you really have to know how to shoot well in order to use a pistol, right? But you have like an assault machine gun, like an assault rifle or some shit. You can shoot a couple shots, you can miss a couple, but you best believe if you're shooting like directly towards someone, you might get like 3 out of the 8 shots you shoot. You know what I mean? Like, and that's you bad at aiming. But if you know how to aim, you can get like a good 6 out of 8. So it just like I don't know. I don't really look much into it. What kind of guns are they fucking giving? Do they have kits that you can choose? Do they have like fucking the tank kit? Do they have just like kits like in Call of Duty or some shit? Can you create your own class and stuff? Can you get 2 grenades, 2 flashes, an assault rifle, and a knife? Can you get a rocket launcher and a pistol, dude? Yeah, I'm on some real shit, but that's crazy though. You're just like they really all have to get strapped up because they're getting invaded. I mean, it's just like you can see the humor in it, but like on some real shit, dude, that's crazy and that's really fucked up, dude. Like they all have to be strapped. Like that's not good, bro. Australia announces more sanctions on Russia. Dope. Good shit, Australia. If there's any Australian audience in this listening to this podcast, good shit. You guys are doing good. You got to show these motherfuckers what's up, man. You gotta show your position. You gotta show where you're sitting at. Are you in support of Russia, or are you against Russia? You really got to show your colors. And Australia is doing good by putting sanctions on them because everyone's putting sanctions on Russia. So, Australia doing that. U.S. also announces sanctions on Russia. Dope. Dope move from Biden. Because it's like, it's like, it may not seem that sanctions do much, but like, sanctions really can affect someone's economy, country's economy. And plus, when it's multiple sanctions from different countries, this really adds up. And that's why their economy in Russia is doing so fucking bad, because all these sanctions, they're taking a bunch away from Russia that they relied on. And, they're just dealing with so much shit. So, that's why they're like, you're like, yeah, maybe we should do a peace talk with Ukraine. Maybe we should settle this shit out. Yeah, because they've seen how badly negatively this has affected them. So they're like, yeah, maybe we should put an end to this. You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, maybe we should put an end to this. Not for any reason. Not for any reason. But I think I changed my mind. Putin's like, yeah, I think I changed my mind a little bit. I was a little angry that day. I wasn't really eating good that day. I felt a little sick. I didn't work out that day. It was a bad day for me. But today I'm feeling good. So yeah, maybe we should discuss a little bit. You know what I mean? So. Are Putin's moves an act of war or a peacekeeping deployment? It's obvious that it's an act of war. You know what I mean? It just it just seems that he's like trying to lead something bigger, and it's fucked up, man. Because like no one could really stand up to Putin because he's like he's seen as a crazy motherfucker that's like capable of doing bad shit. You know, because he's been ruling Russia for like, I mean, I'm not even ruling. He's fucking like dictating fucking Russia for like years. So this motherfucker just has so much power that like he just, I guess, it's like what Kanye said. Kanye West. He's like, no one man should have all that power. And I feel like this power shit really got to him. So a lot of power, bro. That shit can make one person crazy, bro. That shit can make you crazy, and like I feel like Putin just like he just has seen so much shit that this just made him really fucked up person. So yeah, I mean I wouldn't be surprised if this was an act of war. You know what I mean? Because it just shows. I mean that's what I think it was. I think he really is trying to start like a World War III out here, but we have people that are trying to stop him from doing that shit. So hopefully, his like a general in his military and his the boys that are part of the government try to stop him, because you can't be doing the shit and getting away with it. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I also mentioned that China says it opposes any sanctions on Russia. The thing is, this was expected, but also China, like, grow some balls. You know what I mean? Grow some fucking balls. Like this is wrong, but the only reason you aren't, showing that is wrong is because you're fucking besties with Russia, and if you say anything, you're not gonna be besties anymore. You're not gonna be fucking getting your dick sucked by Russia anymore, and you're like, oh no, we can't do this. We want to continue getting sucked off by Russia. So they're like, oh yeah, we don't believe sanctions is a good thing for anybody. Just like, come on, dude. You know what I mean? It's a little fucked up from China to do shit like that. But yeah, man, and just like, yeah, I mean, I don't think I was too political about any of this shit. Just me just stating the shit that happened, just in case if you didn't fully understand or comprehend what's going on. I tried my best to break down all this shit, down to the fucking just for like dumb people like me, bro. You know what I mean? Just like, because I hear shit in the news. I'm like, I don't fully understand it because they use so much like political terms and shit. So I broke it down, to like a dumb version. So to the people that don't really understand can understand. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, I think I'm done with that topic because it's a little touchy topics, and I don't feel like I really want to talk about more of that. This podcast is more about like entertainment news and shit like that. So let's get right into the next topic. Our next topic for today is it's on Selena Gomez, one of my childhood crushes. I don't know why I mentioned that. That's one of the first things that popped up in my head. I mean, Selena Gomez is a fucking baddie, dude. Like, you can't tell me otherwise, bro. I don't give a fuck that she dated Justin Bieber, bro. She's a fucking baddie. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro. Selena Gomez, bro. She's different, bro. She's an OG. It's funny how she's only 29 years old, but it's feel like. She's so young. I mean, 29 is fucking young as shit, but it feels like she's been around forever, from Disney, to like, the Wizard of Waverly Place to, that movie that she had with like, it was like the summer, I forget what it's called. It was like I think it was called Spring Break or some shit, to like the music she's made, you just like, in different shows that she's acted on. It just feels like she's been around forever. But the reason it feels that way is because she's been in the game since she was like a kid. You know what I mean? She was on Barney, and then she was doing Disney shows, and just like, I mean, she's been around for a while, and that's what makes her like an OG and the shit. at 29. I mean, dude, she's 29. She's an OG. That's just fucking crazy, and that should inspire people just to put the work in, because she started off so young, and she's an OG at 29. So she has so much life left, so much career left that dude, she can just continue elevating to a higher level, and it's dope to see that. So the news with her that happened this weekend is that she went barefoot at the SAG. Let me look at the 2022 SAG Awards. So the awards is like it's like a actor, actress, like winning awards and stuff. The thing is like it's funny that she went barefoot. You know what I mean? More in detail, she went barefoot because her black heels broke. So while she was wearing black heels down the red carpet, she tripped and fell to her knees and she had to ditch the heels, obviously, because she broke them. I mean, that dude, like, the thing is, like, people can they can make fun of that and shit, bro. I see that as badass as fuck, bro. Like, she presented the award barefoot. Like, she could have easily gotten a new pair of heels or some shit, or like some shoes or some shit, like a replacement, and it would have still looked dope. She was like, nah, fuck it, bro. I'm gonna go barefoot. Like, bro, that's some badass shit, bro. Like, go girl, bro. Like, go get that shit, Selena, bro. That's like dope. That's just like, I don't give a fuck what y'all think, man. I'm in the perspective of her head right now. Like, this, I mean, at least this is how I feel like this is how she was thinking. Like, I don't give a fuck what y'all think, man. I'ma fucking just be a badass. I'm gonna be myself fully and just fucking present this award barefoot, bro. That's some legendary shit. Like, that sounds some like Kanye interrupting Taylor Swift type shit, at the award. That's some badass shit. Even though people were like, well, dude, but she went barefoot. Like, it's not that big of a deal. But the thing is like, but you have to also understand, bro, when it comes to this Hollywood shit, these actors and actresses are so insecure about themselves, and they just try to, be like, they try to present themselves as like perfect and shit. And they have, they're like, we have to be exactly on point. Like, we have to look perfect. We like, there can't be no flaws about us, bro. But Selena was like, bro, my feet look good, bro. Like, I got these bitches pedicured. You know what I mean? Just like, bro, I ain't tripping, bro. Like she wasn't even tripping, bro. She was just like, these are my feet, bro. If you don't like how I look, go fuck yourself, bro. But this is what I'm gonna do. You know what I mean? The only problem I kind of have with this is just like, not with her, obviously, not with her, but just like, since we're talking about feet, bro, you understand there's some creeps out there that saw this shit and they were like, oh my god, dude, I'm gonna beat one off to this shit, bro. Like, there's those creeps out there, bro, with these foot fetishes. And obviously, I'm not king shaming. Understand? I'm not king shaming, right? I'm not trying to king shame at all. We all have our kinks. I understand that, right? But like, bro, like, like, you know what I mean? Just like, dude, come on. Like, this was intentional. Obviously, she could have got another pair of heels, but like, bro, she's trying to like put a message out there of like her being herself, not giving a fuck. But like, at the same time, bro, it's like people take advantage of that and they're like, I'm gonna beat one off to this. But like, you just, I'm not saying that that shit has been reported, but I mean, it kind of comes with it, right? Like, you know what I mean. It's just like, it's whatever, though. I mean, just like, what could you really do about it? I'm just saying that out there that, there's type of people that do shit like that to that. So, but at the end of the day, bro, I saw the deeper message she was trying to put out, just not giving a fuck, and it's just like, at the end of the day, bro, you just gotta respect it, because again, bro, she's an OG, so she could really be. She could easily set off a new trend. You know what I mean? Because she's an OG of the shit. People take her shit serious. So she could really, set a new standard of just not giving a fuck. Kind of like, Kid Cudi wearing a dress at a fashion show. Or I believe it was the Met Gala. He wore the dress. Just setting off a new trend, a new standard. Just like, who gives a fuck what these critics say, what these media outlets say, what they report. People may, like in Kid Cudi's case, like, oh, people may call me gay. They may say this shit. I'm homo. I'm a homo. They may like, oh, dude, I'm like Illuminati, or like, oh, this is a Satan ritual. For wearing a fucking dress with makeup on. Like, people can say all this shit. At the end of the day, I know my true intentions, and it's just to not give a fuck what these people say. So, again, dude, I can't give enough praise to Selena Gomez, bro. Like, props to her, bro. She was also rocking a she wore a black Oscar de la Renta gown. Fucking amazing, bro. Oscar de la Renta, but I mean that's just like that's some like rich people shit. Like, if you're really into like the fashion shit, like that's some expensive shit, bro. I mean, just hear the name. Oscar de la Renta. You know what I mean? Just like, that's some like high class fucking name, dog. I was like, like a Latino with like a long fucking name, like a long ass name, like Fernando de la, Ollas de la Juan Santiago, just like a long fucking name, Dude, also she was rocking a necklace by Bulgari. I believe that's what's pronounced. I've seen the brand. I just don't really know how to pronounce it. Bulgari. 200 carats. Well, the mic went a little weird. 200 carats of diamonds worth $1 million, bro. She was rocking that shit, bro. No wonder she didn't give a fuck about going barefoot. It's like, bro, look at the chain on my neck, bro. You think I give a fuck about my heels, bro? Shit cost me a light rack, bro. Look at my fucking necklace, bro. This shit costs more than your whole fit, bro. This costs what more than what you're gonna make in your entire lifetime. I have this shit around my neck. Fuck out of here about all my heels breaking, bro. Look at my neck. Look at my neck, bro. Got a whopping $1 million on that bitch. Fuck out of here. So yeah, man. Selena Gomez. Fucking dope. Alright, so let's get right into the next topic. So for our next topic, we have, is Euphoria going to beat Game of Thrones as most watched HBO show? Personally, and this is just an opinion, right? I don't think it will. And let me explain why, obviously. Because there's always a reason. Game of Thrones is just like, I feel like it has a more wide audience. You know what I mean? Like a more spread out audience. I feel like Euphoria is more for like, like, I don't know, at least for me, it's for like more like teen girls and shit. Like just people that, like the high school, drama type shit. And Game of Thrones is more just like a, even though Game of Thrones is like more like a medieval, type shit. I feel like the action and shit and the acting, it has more praise and more, I don't know, I feel like it has more of a variety, and it's more interesting than a Euphoria show. And I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm just not really into that type of shit, like teen drama type shit. Just like, bro, like, I've been through that shit. You know what I mean? Just like, it's not really that I want to relive those moments again. Like, I don't want to relive those moments again, but like, I don't know. I find that shit kind of cringe. Like, bro, like we're really talking about teen issues, even though that is an important thing. It's just like, I don't know, bro. It just feels kind of cringy, Just like reasons being, it's just like, I mean, honestly, I can't really think of a reason. It's more just like, I don't know. For me, it's just like, who gives a fuck, I don't really care much for that type of shit, on watching like Game of Thrones is just like I feel like it like keeps you interested throughout the whole series, with like the violence and shit, the action, and it has its own type of drama in it, and just like the storyline, the plot lines, I feel like it has a better storyline than like a Euphoria type show. So that's why I think Game of Thrones will remain number one as most watched HBO show. But I also I'm also very aware that Euphoria has a large audience, especially Zendaya being in it. And Zendaya is like really popping right now. It could easily top Game of Thrones, I do believe. But we'll see. Euphoria is only at season 2, going into season 3, probably in production already. I feel like it can top it, but I don't think it will. And the difference between I think it can, but I don't think it will, is that obviously it has the potential, it has the stats to do that shit. It has the audience, people are interested in it. The reason I don't think it will is because Game of Thrones it's been out longer. Euphoria's semi new. It's kind of new out there, and like Game of Thrones has been out there. There's just so much shit on Game of Thrones. I don't know. Do they have a video game? I don't know if they have a video game. They have like a bunch of merch out there. They have like so many like hardcore solidified fans, and I just think Euphoria is kind of fresh right now. So for those reasons, I think Game of Thrones will remain number one. Also, I'm not trying to bash on Euphoria because I've never seen a single episode, so I can't really say much about it because it's not really my cup of tea. And but I do understand the appeal. I know people are into that teen drama type shit. So if you are into it, respect. So yeah, Euphoria is officially HBO's second most watched TV show, just after Game of Thrones. Total viewers for the episodes in the show's second season is averaging 16.3 million viewers. That's a fucking huge number, especially for an HBO show. Like, we're not talking about like, a Netflix type show. Like, this is an HBO show. 19 million viewers in the US have watched the season 2 premiere. That's a lot of fucking people. That's a lot of fucking people, you know what I mean? Sunday's season 2 finale also drew a total of 6.6 million viewers on a Sunday, bro. On a casual Sunday, that shit. People were tuned in to that finale. 6.6 million viewers on that finale, bro. That's in one day. That's fucking insane. That's a lot of people tuning in for a finale, you know what I mean? But I feel like even though I don't watch the show, I did hear that people said the finale was kind of ass. I'm not really sure how to rank that because obviously I don't watch it. I'm just taking people's words on it. I feel like the overall reaction to it is that the finale was kind of ass. But even if it's ass, it's still projected a lot of viewers. So props to them. Variety reported that Euphoria's per episode viewership increased almost 100% from the past episodes. That's a fucking large jump. 100%. You're telling me this shit increased almost 100%? That's a fucking large jump. People really got interested. People really got interested in the shit. Later on, when the shit was released, so that's dope. It reached a new series high when it dropped a new episode during Super Bowl day. And that's crazy, because like the Super Bowl is supposed to be like everyone's tuned into that shit, and like most people, like after watching the Super Bowl, they're like, all right, let's like stop watching shit and just hang out and shit. But right when the Super Bowl was over, Euphoria premiered, and that shit created a new high for the series. Like people were like right after the Super Bowl, they all tuned into Euphoria. Like most people tuned in Euphoria. That's crazy, and that's very impressive to show that they're like almost as big as the Super Bowl, bro. That's crazy. So the last question for this is Euphoria going to beat Game of Thrones as most watched HBO show? And as I said this in the beginning, I don't think so. Even with all that being said, I don't think it is. But we'll see, I may be wrong about this, because again, I'm a little biased. I don't really watch, that type of show. So, but if it does, I won't. I'll be. No, yeah, I will be surprised. Because I do think Game of Thrones has a huge fan base. Not saying Euphoria does it, but I'm saying if you compare those two, I feel like just Game of Thrones has a huger audience. So, at the end of the day, we'll see. We'll see who is right in this, in this debate. So yeah. So for the next topic, we have the Proud Family, an OG show. And like you may be thinking right now, like the Proud Family, like isn't that like a 2001 show? Yeah, you're correct. You're correct about that. It's an OG show. But the reason why I'm talking about this today, after years later from it first being released, is that it has made a return. So there's a new show. It's still animated. A new animated show on the return of the Proud Family. And and this is what I've been noticing this a lot with like older shows like Full House and like other shows that they've been making a return. Ever since like Disney started making like live action movies like The Lion King and The Jungle Book, like he's bringing back old shit. They're starting to do that more now with shows. They're bringing back the old shows and being like, let's see if we can still milk this shit. You know what I mean? Because because when you think of the old shows, you're like, oh yeah, it's said and done. Like, oh yeah, these are the old shows. But now that they're bringing it back in, renewed, in this current, generation, that's pretty cool. You know what I mean? Hopefully they execute it correctly, because if they don't, this could really ruin the reputation of the Proud Family. You know what I mean? So hopefully they execute on this well. Hopefully they don't. This isn't a flop. Hopefully they don't fuck up on this. So this will be available on Disney Plus. I'm not sure if it will premiere on Disney Channel. I'm pretty sure it's only Disney Plus, so they can make a lot of money from this, from memberships and shit. Disney also promises that this will be enjoyed by old and new fans. That's for. I mean, obviously they're gonna say that, but hopefully they, really mean this promise. Because if they're gonna, that's a high expectation. You know what I mean? So if they're wrong about this is gonna be a huge dent on. I feel like this is gonna be a huge dent on Disney, because it's gonna make them less trustable. You know what I mean? Like people are gonna trust them less if this is like a shit show. You know what I mean? And Disney has its good and bad shows. And with their bad shows, they make sure to like cancel that show immediately when they see the numbers doing bad. After the first season. So hopefully this isn't one of them shows. Hopefully this does good. Hopefully, like they promised the old and new fans enjoy this type of content. Because the Proud Family is a dope show. That's the OG one. It is a good show, so hopefully they do good. And the voice actors who voice Penny Proud, Oscar Proud, Trudy Parker Proud, and Sugar Mama will make a return So I think that kind of like almost promises that this is gonna be a good show, because if they plan on pleasing their old and new fans, if they're gonna bring back the OG voice actors for the show, this is gonna be a good first step. Like, this is gonna be huge, huge, good first step. You know what I mean? Towards the right direction, because this is definitely gonna please their old audiences if the voice actors remain the same, and which they are, and the new fans, they're gonna, you know, like how the old fans, they were introduced to these voice actors at that time, and they grew with them and evolved with them. The new fans, like the parents of the kids, they're gonna also evolve with them, and you know and like relive those moments like their parents did, and the parents are gonna witness that, and that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool when you think about it. Um. So though, yeah, I also wrote this down. The original series ran through 2001 to 2005. It didn't run for that long, for 4 years, but it didn't make a big dent on Disney. Really like solidifying Disney as one of the best, channels to release great shows. You know what I mean? So, in 4 years they managed to do that with this show, so that's pretty good. Especially especially with that run that they had. Some their cameo list is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, because I was like, reading some articles about this new show, and like I was reading through the cameos, and I just didn't realize how much celebrity cameos they have in the show. And this is in one season. This is fucking insane. So this is a long fucking list of cameos. So be patient with me, because I'm gonna try to mention all of them, all the celebrity ones, and this is a long list. So starts off with Lizzo, Lil Nas X, it's fucking crazy. Chance the Rapper, Normani, I believe that's how you say it. Leslie Odom Jr., Tiffany Haddish, Lena Waithe, Anthony Anderson, Gabrielle Union, Debbie Allen, James Pickens Jr., Courtney B. Vance, Jane Lynch, Marcy Martin, Jaden Smith, Glenn Truman, Lamar Morris, Brenda Song. Oh, that's pretty cool. Brenda Song is like an OG Disney actress. She was the girl in what's that show called? Zack and Cody. Tina Knowles, Eva Longoria, Holly Robinson Pete, Al Roker. It's fucking random. Al Roker. He's a news anchor. Bretman Rock, Gabby Douglas, Laurie Henderson, and Dominique Dawes. Oh, fuck. I mean, that's a long list, Lil Nas X, that's funny as shit. That's gonna be dope to hear him in the show. Lizzo, that's funny. Chance the Rapper, dude, that one stood out to me, because, like, he has such a dope voice that it's easy gonna stand out. You know what I mean? Tiffany Haddish, that one's probably my favorite out of this whole list, because, like, Tiffany Haddish, dude, she's just a funny comedian, and it's just like she's such a dope, like, actress. Like, I've seen her in movies with Eric Andre, and, like, with Kevin Hart, and it's just like she's such a funny comedian overall, that is just like, to hear her voice someone in a kid friendly show, that's gonna be new. Hopefully this is dope. She has voiced act, I believe, like in kid movies. Like, I believe she played in The Life of Pets, alongside Kevin Hart. But it's dope to see her. Get that fucking bag. You know what I mean? Get that shit. You deserve it, because, like, she puts in the work, and it just, like, it shows. Shows at this point. Like, it's just, like, really not much to say about it. it just shows how much work she puts in her craft, and it's dope to see that like people are still craving for new material or new content from her, which is dope. So yeah, man, that really sums up the whole Proud Family return. So yeah, since we're talking about like shows, let's talk about Nickelodeon now. Nickelodeon is also making a return of the Very Odd Parents. But the difference with this is that it's a live action show. So the animated series ended in 2017. So not that many years compared if we're comparing the Proud Family to the Very Odd Parents. Obviously, the Proud Family, took a longer break. Very Odd Parents was only like a 4 year, 5 year break. 5 year. So yeah, I mean, a live action, when you hear that, it sounds dope, right? Like a live action, Very Odd Parents sounds dope. But when you see the fucking trailer, bro, I was like, what the fuck is this, dude? Like, the fairies are animated, which I honestly, I would rather for them to be animated to like see some live action fairies. I feel like that's just cringe. But when you see Timmy, dude, I saw Timmy. He's wearing a fucking Princeton sweatshirt. He just looks like a college frat now because he's an adult. And it's like, I don't know, dude. It's just like, I know I haven't seen the show yet, but it just looks so cringy, bro. I'm just like, why is this necessary? Like they could easily bring back Very Odd Parents and just do like add like some new shit to it. Like I don't know, like make fucking Timmy Turner a fucking TikTok sensation or some shit. Like they can do some shit like that and probably get away with it with the newer audience, the younger audience and shit. But like a live action, frat boy, bro, Timmy Turner. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, what kind of message are they trying to put out there, bro? It's just, it looks so cringe, bro. Especially him wearing a Princeton shirt. I'm like, what the fuck? They got my boy wearing a fucking Princeton sweatshirt, bro, with his fucking full pink, bro. And obviously, I'm not trying to color shame. Like, bro, if you like pink, bro, if you're a guy, you're straight, cool. But like, I don't know, like, can we get away with wearing pink without being called gay? And obviously we can, right? Like obviously it's just a color, right? But it's just like Timmy Turner is like notorious for always wearing pink. So is that like implying that he's gay? But I like some people may be like, oh, you're trying to say, oh, like boys can't wear pink without being gay. I'm kind of implying that, but at the same time, just be aware, right? Just like, I mean, when you see a gay guy, not all gay guys are wearing like solid colors. They're more likely wearing bright, colorful colors. You know what I mean? So just like, is he gay? Like, I'm not sure. Like, I don't know his stance. I don't know where he sits at on the fucking gay scale. And if he is gay, like bro, who gives a fuck? Like, I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to get this information. Why are you trying to get this information? But I'm just curious. Like, bro, a bro can't be curious, bro. Like, I can't be curious. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, I can't know if he is straight or gay. Not that it matters, but it's like, bro, if I'm curious, I'm gonna be curious, bro. I'm a human being. I'm curious about shit. You know what I mean? And I have the right to do so. So, fucking hate on me all you want, bro. But I have the right to be curious, bro. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I don't know. So the show's gonna premiere on Paramount Plus. I mean, and like by this point, bro, if you don't see this whole pattern, bro, like it just shows that like these bigger brands are just trying to milk this shit out of old shows and just putting it onto their new platforms like Paramount Plus and shit, and it's just like it's just funny to see what they'll do, just to make a couple bucks and shit. They're like willing to ruin the reputation of the show just to make some money. You know what I mean? Because they probably they've easily made a lot of money from their shows. They're just like desperate for more money, so they're willing to do a return of these shows in live action, form. That's pretty funny as fuck. So yeah, Timmy Turner is an adult version in the show. So yeah, and do I think? And this is really the question, right? And it's just like, this is cool that the Fairy Odd Parents are making a comeback, in a live action form. Not that it was needed, but since it is returning, that's pretty cool, I guess. But the main question is that, will the show flop? My opinion, my take on this. It's a tricky one, right? Because for OG fans, I think this is unnecessary. Like, we don't really need this. But I feel like when it comes to like a younger audience, I feel like they really won't give a fuck, and they'll still watch it regardless. So like, when it comes to that, I feel like they'll be viewing this. So I think it will be a flop for the OG generation that used to watch the old series, the old animated series. But I think it won't be a flop to the younger audiences. I think the younger audiences will watch the show and pay attention, and will beg their parents for a membership on Paramount Plus, so they can watch this show. And maybe the parents will enjoy it as well. So the show is going to premiere in March 31st of 2022. Some good news as well. Darren Norris and I believe you pronounce it Cezanne Blakesley will reprise the roles as Cosmo and Wanda. So the OGs are coming back. The OG voice actors are coming back, and Darren Norris will also voice Jorgen. If you're not aware who he is, he's the big military fairy. He's like the Chad version fairy, on which I did not realize Darren Norris voices Cosmo and Jorgen, which is crazy, because when you hear Cosmo's voice, it's very squeaky and high pitched, and Jorgen's the complete opposite. He's like deep as like deep low octave voice. The fact that Darren Norris is able to nail both of those voices is completely insane. You just gotta give him praise for that, because it does not seem like an easy thing to do, but he is a voice actor, so he really is expert in his field. I guess you can really place it like that. So for the next topics, we have new albums, on which I will not. This is going to be a small segment, right, of this podcast. I will not be reviewing or saying how I feel about the albums on the podcast anymore. I'm going to. This is an announcement I'm making right here. I'm going to be reviewing full-length albums on TikTok live. So if you want to see me review albums or like songs that release, like hit singles from artists that you like and enjoy, I'm going to be listening to them on TikTok live. So make sure you join that. I'm going to be gathering up a lot of my followers on there. I'm going to be using TikTok live now as an outlet to gain more followers and just create a large, wider audience, so I can really engage with my followers and really see who you guys are, and just really engage with you guys, create a more solidified audience. And if you're not able to make the TikTok live, that's all good. I'm gonna be screen recording them and be posting them onto YouTube, so you can join them on there. And so that's really my plan for that. I feel like this is gonna be dope because I'm gonna be reviewing it, but at the same time, you can be commenting how you feel about it. I could be like spam W or L's, put the fire emoji, put the poo emoji if you think this is a fire song or if it's a shit song. Let me know. And I'm gonna be seeing. I'm gonna be. I'm just stating my opinion on it. Kind of like what's his name, Anthony Fantano type shit. Just seeing how y'all feel about it. and then hopefully I can build a bigger audience, so I can probably go on Twitch, create a Twitch account and be doing that on there. But I really want to create a bigger fan base right now on TikTok and on YouTube, so I can and obviously Instagram, so I can make a Twitch account and get some viewers on there and just do my shit on there, and then also post it on YouTube as like clips, from Twitch. But as of right now, clips from TikTok Live. So yeah. This was a little small segment. I just wanted to announce that out there before I get into any other topics. So okay, so I also want to mention before I finish this segment, the albums that I will be reviewing on the TikTok Live that I'll be doing soon. If you're watching this on Wednesday, which hopefully you are, I'm gonna be going live on Wednesday, and be reviewing Conway the Machine's album God Don't Make Mistakes, Earth Gang's album Ghetto Gods, Kanye West's album Donda 2, and Kodak Black's album Back for Everything. So I'm gonna be putting separate videos on my YouTube channel with those album names in the title, and hopefully you guys rock with it, and hopefully you guys enjoy them. So yeah, right into the next topic. So for the next topic, it's also a small segment. We have I guess you can call it a small segment. It's like not really of a huge or like a lengthy topic. It's Kendrick Lamar's change of a Spotify profile picture, which this kind of is old news. Like, not really old news, but this is more like February 25th, which I guess you can consider it old news, but the reason I consider it old news is because I checked again. Today's Tuesday, March 1st. I checked again today, and the Spotify profile picture has once again changed. It's now black image, on which before it was a picture of Kendrick Lamar with like a newer picture of Kendrick Lamar with like some shades on and his hair down, and he was wearing like some like specific like some unique clothing, and I believe that image was first published for the announcement of he's gonna be doing a show in, I believe, in Milano, Italy. I believe it was that. I'm sorry, guys, I didn't do that much research. I probably just ear raped all of you. I heard my voice. Fuck it. It does that. Yeah, Milano, Italy, and he's gonna be performing some new songs that they announced and some old songs, obviously. But now he changed it, which is into just completely black, like a Donda album, full black, solid color black, and it's just, I don't know what this what is this supposed to represent? Like, is he gonna release a new album soon? Fuck, I just hate saying that now, dude. And it's just like, fuck, I really don't want to get into this right now. People are gonna hate me. I mean, the thing is, bro, I don't even give a fuck, bro. People hate me. That's not my concern that people are gonna hate me. But it's just like, my concern is that I might hate myself. That's what I mean. I might hate myself for saying this. Dude, this is gonna be a long topic. This is gonna be a very long topic. But what I'm really trying to summarize right now, I think that Drake is better right now than Kendrick. Not right now. Like, I think overall Drake is better than Kendrick Lamar. That's what I've been holding in. I hate myself for saying that. I really do genuinely, but I genuinely believe that right now, dude. I know Kendrick Lamar has better studio albums, but fuck, dude, Drake has been so consistent with just great fucking music. And like, dude, I haven't said this to anyone, but I've been listening. I've been fully listening to CLB, the full album, every fucking day, dude. Like, when I shower, when I'm at the gym, I literally go through the whole album, even the fucking what was that part? The Yeba's Heartbreak. and that's not even considered like really a song. That's more of just like an interlude. I'd be listening to the whole fucking album, and the more I listen to it, dude, I'm like, holy fuck, this is a classic album. This is, for me, it's Drake's best album, and it hurts me to say that because I'm like, dude, it hurts me to say it because I was so disrespectful to Drake, dude. You know what I mean? Like when he first released the album, I'm like, bro, no one's listening to that shit, bro. Like Donda's better, but like, dude, it's hard for me to listen to the full Donda album, dude, because it's so lengthy and it's just like not all the songs are good. And I heard Donda 2's worse, so I don't know. I mean, it's really weird to say, so maybe it's not, maybe it is, but like, dude, but I'm really trying to get at is like, dude, COB, I can listen to the whole album with not even skipping one song, dude. It's just like, it's a really great album. It's a really great album. I know Way Too Sexy is kind of trash. It's kind of cringy. It's kind of gay. You know what I mean? But apart from that, dude, like Champagne Poetry, Poppy's Home, what's the song with Lil Baby? That one's hard as fuck. With the Travis, Jay-Z, bro, those songs are like, okay. Counting up my money, damn, this shouldn't make you pop. And then the Fair Trade is like, and the lyrics, bro, the lyrics are so like, they're so good. You know what I mean? Like, not only do they flow so smoothly, the lyrics are deep as shit, and the message is so clear. Like, he's just like on the hook, he was like, he's like, I've been losing friends, but I've been like, he was fuck. I listen to this shit every day, and I can't remember what he said. He was like, I'm like, if I gotta lose friends in order to find peace, that's a fair trade of me. You know what I mean? He's like, dude, like that shit's dope to me, dude. Like that message, and just like with Jay-Z and like every feature on the album is just the whole album overall is just so great, and I do put that above Donda as of right now, and dude, and it's just like Drake has released such great albums, and I do see myself listening to more Drake than I listen to Kendrick or J. Cole combined. You know what I mean? And it's not even me just saying that, dude. Like I really just I really just like, it's like stats. Like when you check your Spotify Wrapped, you see that shit, and it's just like, bro, it's crazy. It's crazy. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'll probably get more into this later on. Because this is obviously a large, a large segment, and I'm really trying to make these podcasts, an hour and 30 or so. So I want to make sure that I do that. So maybe I'll talk about it on my TikTok live, and I'll post on YouTube. We'll see. Do a debate who's better, Drake or Kendrick Lamar. We'll see. But as of right now, I can say for the three-headed goat, I can put Drake, Kendrick Lamar, then J. Cole. As of right now, I can say that and be happy about it because I truly believe that. And it's insane because and the thing is, like, bro, I'm still a huge fan of Kendrick Lamar. You know what I mean? Like, I put him over J. Cole still, and J. Cole still releases shit, and I still put Kendrick Lamar over J. Cole. But like, the problem with Kendrick, bro, he hasn't been consistent. It's just like, and the thing is, like, well, he's been making like great music, bro. But I'm like, dude, The Weeknd dropped, what's After Dark? No, not After Dark. What the fuck am I talking about? He released that album. I forgot what its name. But then like a year later, he drops fucking Dawn FM, which is an insane album, like sonically insane album. And he dropped that a year after. So I'm saying, like, bro, you don't need to take that many years to make a great album. Because, I mean, The Weeknd has proven it. Tyler, the Creator, has proven it, 2 years later, he dropped Igor, I mean, 2 years later, he dropped, fuck, dude. I'm better remembering shit, but the thing is, what I'm trying to say, you don't need to take that many years to make a great album. I mean, we've seen it from Drake, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, dude. But I will be getting into this later on. So my next topic for today, we have Hulk Hogan's divorce. He divorces his ex-wife. Jennifer McDaniel after 11 years of marriage. You know, dude, Hulk Hogan. I mean, I didn't really see like the reasons why, because for some reason I checked a lot of articles, but it didn't say much about why they got divorced. Maybe it was lazy researching from me. Maybe it was fucking a lack of information, you know. But I mean, I checked TMZ and shit, you know, and other articles. And you would think TMZ would have the biggest scoop on this shit, but there was literally like, you know, a paragraph, you know, and the paragraph was really just saying that, you know, divorce after 11 years. So it's crazy, you know, but it's understandable, you know, if you lose love of your partner, you know, it is best to leave them, you know what I mean? Because, you know, I rather choose happiness over, you know, having a long relationship with someone and just bragging about like, yo, I've been with this person for, you know, 10 years. Like it's cool and all to say that, but if you're not happy at the end of the day, it's just like, you know, there's not much of a flex to, you know, show off right there. So, you know, so I think that's probably what it was, and I think that's really what most divorces are. They're just, the happiness isn't there anymore, the spark isn't there, and it's just like, you know, even though it may seem as a fucked up situation, I think the best is to get a divorce. And I don't think they had a kid. I don't think they had a kid together, so I think that makes it better. I think that makes it easier to get a divorce if they don't have a kid together, because, you know, a kid can play a big factor. You know, imagine you're divorced and your kid just knows you for being together, you know, for his entire life since he was born, and just to get divorced like that, it's kind of fucked. So, I don't think they have a kid together. If they do, man, you know, bless up. But if they don't, you know, easier to maintain and manage. You know what I mean? Especially, you know, because Hulk Hogan already has a girlfriend. You know, he's in a new relationship. He has a new girlfriend. So that's, you know, we all need love out there. So you know, as much you can bash this man, dude. He, at the end of the day, he's a fucking legend, bro. Hulk Hogan is a fucking legend, bro. A WWE legend, man. This motherfucker's been around since WWF days. You know, just seeing him go against the greats like Andre the Giant, fucking, you know, you name it, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, you know what I mean? Jeff Hardy, all those motherfuckers, bro. He's really an OG, bro. So, bro, like you gotta give him praise for the legacy he is put out there. So, you know what I mean? That's dope. So yeah, moving on to the last topic. We have Jeff Wittek speaks out against David Dobrik after eye injury. This is more of like a YouTube drama type shit. I'll maybe talking a little bit about this because, you know, I don't know how many people are interested in this, and obviously, you know, I'm aware that there's an audience for this. Like, you know, a lot of people are fans of David Dobrik and shit. Funny thing, dude, I used to be. You know what I mean? Like, I used to be a huge fan of David Dobrik and for you know what he did, like the YouTube videos, the 4 minute and 20-second videos. You know, I used to watch all the time. You know, I was up like late just watching his videos, just laughing, bro, like genuinely laughing. You know, at his videos. But the more information that came out of came, you know, after him, you know. I mean, not after him, but like more information that came about him, dude. It just like, it shows that he really is an asshole. And it's just like, thing is, dude, like I've seen this happen with many YouTubers I used to watch and shit, like FouseyTube, Shane Dawson, you know, David Dobrik, you know. I used to watch these motherfuckers, you know what I mean? But when there's information being put out there, dude, you know, negative information being put about you, and it's kind of proven, you know, there's like, and, you know, I don't know if it really takes like growing, you know, because obviously I've grown up, you know, I watched those guys when I was like, you know, younger. The more you just realize that a lot of these fuckers, bro, they're so fake, and they're so weird, they're fucked up mentally in the head, bro, and just like, especially, you know, in this case, David Dobrik, obviously we're talking about David Dobrik. I mean, I can easily go into Food's YouTube or some shit, or like Shane Dawson, but we're talking about David Dobrik here, dude. Just like this motherfucker really has he has like he really does shit for clout, bro. Like it shows you that he doesn't really give a fuck about like maintaining a relationship that like that doesn't bring him that much value. You know what I mean? Like having a relationship with someone that's not really that famous or that popular. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying Jeff Wittek isn't, but like obviously the situation that that he had with them, after hurting him with that eye injury, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, he was there's a video out there probably that if it's not taken down already, it was David Dobrik was controlling like a crane, and Jeff Wittek, he was like he was like holding on to like he was like hanging on like the crane. It was like a rope connected to the crane, I believe, and he was like tied up on that. It was holding on to that, and then like David Dobrik, he spun the crane too fast, and Jeff Wittek, he obviously started spinning fast, and like he like smashed right into the crane, and for some reason his eye hit the fucking crane, and like he like almost lost his eye, like he started bleeding from his eye, and it was just horrible situation. If you've seen the video, it's a horrible video. It looks like it looks like moments before death type video. It's a really fucked up video. So, watch with caution. But David Dobrik did that shit to him, and Jeff Wittek made a documentary about it. It showed David Dobrik, apologizing and being like, "Dude, I'm gonna pay for all your medical bills and shit," and that was that. And I was like, okay, like even though David Dobrik did do this shit and he's an asshole, at least he's gonna pay for his medical bills. He's gonna be texting Jeff Wittek, making sure he's okay. Then months later, turns out Jeff Wittek was really what's it called? How can I put this? He was hiding a lot of shit. He cut a lot of shit from the documentary, and turns out that David Dobrik isn't paying for his medical bills, and he stopped texting Jeff Wittek, like completely ignored him, like ghosted him. Like Jeff Wittek has consistently tried to text him about shit and getting completely ghosted. And ghosted means that he reads it and just doesn't respond. And that's fucked. And I just don't understand why he would do such a thing. He caused damage on this poor guy, and this is what he gets. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, I get David Dobrik has shit to do. I understand that. You know what I mean? But you cause so much harm to this fucking guy that like you're not even willing to fucking pay the medical fees, dude. Like, what are you on? You told me Jeff Wittek gets hurt and he has to pay for his own shit, bro? Like, what the fuck, man? It just seems... It's not even seems it. It's such a fucked up thing to do, bro. Especially that guy used to be your friend, man. He used to be in your videos. He would literally pop up in your videos because you would, like, call him and tell him, like, bro, can you, like, come do this skit for me and shit? And, like, he wasn't even paid to do that shit. He just did it to, grow following and shit. And dude, because he was a good friend. Jeff was a good friend. He was a cool guy to David Dobrik, and for David Dobrik to repay him like that, it's so fucked up. You know what I mean? And yeah, I mean, I just don't understand how David Dobrik still has a platform. I don't know why he's not canceled anymore. Because or why he's not canceled? Because I understand he has a huge fan base and he obviously still ranks millions of views. But like, dude, like someone like this should not have a platform. Like he causes harm to other people. He's causing all this drama and shit. Like, dude, and like this is not even. Dude, it's just not right to do shit like that. Like, you should not have a platform. Like, same with James Charles, dude. The fact that James Charles is a known child predator, dude. He is a known child predator. He is a P word. You know what I mean? He is a P word. He's a pedo, man. And this is not even alleged. This is proven. There's snaps, there's pictures of this shit. He is a fucking pedo. And he still has a platform, and he still, averages like 1 million views per video. It's fucking mind-blowing to me how we live in a world where people can get away with this shit and still make money off this shit. It's so fucked up because it's not even alleged. There's actual information backing this up. There's actual evidence backing this up. And all James Charles says is like, oh, they're trying to cancel me. It's like, bro, who gives a fuck, bro? You know what I mean? Like, bro, I don't give a fuck if you're gay or, if you're gay or straight, bro. You're still gonna get the consequences equally. You know what I mean? It's not because you're fucking gay we're fucking targeting you, dude. The consequences are based on your actions. And you have proven that you're a fucking weird fucking creep. And you're a fucking P word, and you fucking, you know what I mean? You should not have a platform, alongside David Dobrik. You know what I mean? Like, and not alongside. I'm not saying that they're a combined channel, but I'm saying James Charles shouldn't have a platform, and David Dobrik shouldn't have a platform. Not just on YouTube, but on everything. But like the same way that fucking Trump got banned off every social media shit. That's the same thing that should happen to these fuckers, dude. Like they should not have the right to be on the internet, dude. Putting this type of fucking content out. So fucked up. Yeah, I mean, to sum it all up, dude, David Dobrik's an asshole, and like. And like, just remember that I said this, right? Just in case, when I get bigger in the future and shit, when I get more popular, and like, if you ever see it in the news headline or like, David Dobrik, wants to collab with Unwanted or some shit. Just know my fucking stance, bro. This is what I'm still gonna be fucking repping, bro. I do not fuck with David Dobrik, and I'm never gonna fuck with this guy. He is a fucked up piece of shit, and I'm never gonna fucking I don't give a shit, bro. I don't give a shit about him. He should not have a platform, and that's my stance on it. And I used to be a huge fan, bro. And this is not like, this is not even like, what you know what I mean, like. Oh, I used to be a fan, but now I'm a hater. It's not even that type shit, It's like there's so much evidence showing how much of an asshole and fucked up you are, that you should not have a platform. And and this is how I treat everything, dude. If there's fucked up shit that's brought up about you, like EDP, like I used to like think EDP was a funny guy. Never really was like a huge fan, but I just found him funny. And then the fucking that video drops about him getting exposed, automatically stop fucking with him. This is how I react with everyone. FouseyTube. FouseyTube is a fucked up person, he has done bad shit. Stop watching him. Shane Dawson, maybe he fucked his cat, maybe that was maybe that was just a rumor or whatever. But then, there's old videos of him like telling his fucking younger cousin to sexual questions, and she was like 13 or 14 in the video. Stop watching him. And I used to watch him a lot. This is how I react with everyone. So this is not like from fan to a hater. This is not like some story that I'm trying to create. This is all proven evidence. You are a fucked up person, and I just want you to know that. And this is gonna carry on. So again, remember that I said this, because I'm never, ever going to collab with this fucking guy. Maybe I might collab with Jeff. Maybe I might collab with someone else in the vlog squad. You know what I mean? Krenikov. OnlyFans. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but fuck David, dude. Fuck David. David's a piece of shit. Yeah, that pretty much sums up the podcast. We ended on gun blazing, dude. Like, that was a great fucking way to end the podcast, dude, and some fucking drama, some fucking drama I'm creating myself, bro. Created for myself. You know, that's a great way to end the podcast. Again, if you're a new listener, thank you for watching. Listening. Thank you for listening. Thank you for, giving a fuck about this podcast. There's so many podcasts out there. You know what I mean? And this is for, returning and new listeners. There's so many podcasts out there, dude. The fact that you came across mine and sat down to listen to it, I bow down to you. Thank you. Thank you. You know what I mean? I do my best, create these podcasts and really just express how I feel about certain shit and just not giving a fuck about backlash or whatever. And that's really my message to you all. Who gives a fuck about the backlash you'll receive as long as you're putting out there what you truly believe. There's really nothing that can stand against that. There's really nothing to stand against that as long as you're being yourself. So that's really my message to y'all. Hope you guys have a great day, and hopefully you guys come back to my next podcast. Again, I'm gonna be going live on TikTok Live Wednesday. If you're listening to this on Wednesday, TikTok Live. If you're listening to this days after this, it's gonna be up on my YouTube. So just make sure you guys check that out. All right, guys. I love you guys. Thank you for listening. Have a great one.